We're gonna go live on Facebook in 3, 2, and we are live. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to a special meditative, artistic, philosophic, and spiritual rant event with yours truly here in Hana Dragan. It is 9/11, 9/11, 9/11 a.m. in the morning in Hawk Island, Montreal, and I'm gonna imagine a little bit of a song singing for the farmers, truckers, butchers, bakers, grocery store clerks, nurses, and the doctors. Maybe a little bit of rap, rock and rap mixed, a bit of pop. You're still independent artist, independent athlete, independent activist, triple A plus other dimensions, philosopher, universal spiritual teaching student, and geopolitical analyst, and theorist who has his laundry in the machine. I'm grateful, thankful to my anonymous sister for the laundry machine. I am grateful, thankful to my anonymous sister for a laundry machine. I'm grateful, thankful to my anonymous sister for that laundry machine. And I'm grateful, thankful for this, being able to enjoy this cup of coffee now and doing this meditation and meditating on supply chains, meditating on railway networks, meditating on all the things that we have that constitute our collective North American civilization. Just of course my theory, my geopolitical theory and analysis that we North Americans, we constitute a collective civilization, meaning a collective, an amalgamation of different elements that have common denominators, and one of those common denominators is specifically the infrastructure, the railway networks, the railways and the railroads that also ship or have cargo, and also have not just cargo, grains, even maybe a lot of these coffee beans, and have people transportation. Now I'm actually close to a railroad network system, and it's a few meters away from my residence underground room, office, and temple. Literally underground room. This is my room, my office, and my temple where I have written my theories, many of my theories, songs, and I'm still writing every day. And today is gonna be a more tactical, knocking on doors to for opportunities, knock to write to different elements, organizations, and institutions to partner in cooperation as this economically, financially, commercially struggling independent artist is OPEN, open for business. In French or in English, I am a Quebecer, North American. Of course, I do write as well philosophy, poetry, and theory in French as well. And I am a lover of the French language as well. And I've loved Spanish, and I've learned some Spanish as well. 9, please. It's a pre-stock market opening. The stock market opens at. It's gonna check when does the stock market open. The stock market opens at 9:30, if I'm correct, at 9:30. Still, if it hasn't changed during COVID, stock market open. So it's a pre-stock market event. When does the stock market open? Buy, sell. Stock market opens. The trading hours. The stock market, the New York Stock Exchange and the Nasdaq, and they're interconnected Canadian, right? Toronto Stock Exchange and the Montreal Stock Exchange open Monday at 9:30 a.m. So this is Friday. Sabbath is at midnight until Sunday tonight, the Sabbath of the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Kingdom. So today I'm doing laundry, I'm gonna clean, I'm gonna write emails, respond to emails, see if yours truly is gonna give a stadium, an arena, and a business opportunity, a commission to yours truly to dance, philosophize, whether by brains and by muscle work, whether work by brains and by muscle. The work of the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Kingdom, which is yours truly's dream. The Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Kingdom is yours truly's dream. The Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Kingdom is yours truly's dream, as I am calling, of course, for the implementation of my trinity of theories, which is serious, but doesn't mean that we cannot secure and ensure freedom and get more prosperous and prosper and prosper and do business while also doing charity and philanthropy and for the greater good and doing for the greater good and doing for the greater good. Wow. Myself, I admit that I'm not totally selfless. I do want to afford more bacon. I do want to get more bacon, more milk, and once in a while to afford a cake. And of course, I want new steel toe boots. I want new steel toe boots, so that I can march. Like I marched more than the generals of COVID combined during COVID. Combined, your truly Dragons, you marched in steel toe boots for world peace. More than all the generals of NATO combined during COVID, yours truly marched in steel toe boots during COVID. More than the generals of COVID combined during that period, and still do. Matter of fact, later today we're gonna go on a happy march. And my new CV curriculum vitae is: thank you, love you, kiss you, workers, environmental workers of the city. Back with those big machines. Thank you, love you, kiss you. Thank you, love you, kiss you, workers of the city. Who buy big trucks and some brain and some muscle driving the truck. Take some brain, take some muscle to take the garbage, collect the compost, collect the recycling. So thank you, love you, kiss you, hug you. Those workers who did that labor work. Some brain and some muscle, with some brain and some muscle, with some brain and some muscle. To work, to take the garbage, collect the compost, and collect the recycling. Thank you, love you, kiss you, Anna. Sing for the sanitation workers of the city. It ain't no stockbroker that gonna pick the garbage up, ain't it? Who gonna cook? Gonna farmers take you out of luck buying trades, selling stocks? If you make a million, don't be so fucking selfish, rocks. Click it on the docks, warehouses, trade collectors, conductors, farmers rock. Yeah, you know them truckers rock, you know them butchers rock, you know them bakers rock, you know those cleaning workers rock, you know they rock. Farmers with some rapping pop. For the farmers and the butchers and the warehouse workers and the dock workers and the city workers. Thank you, love you, kiss you. Yours truly, independent athlete, independent artist, independent activist. Some idea yesterday was a great idea that I'm gonna further develop and of course propagate, promote. I want to see an event. Basically what it is that I want to see a weekend or an event the whole week where the sports leagues put a timeout and we get together with yours truly Dragon Zero, and I'm going to volunteer, dress up, whatever, dress me in red with a rainbow whip or whatever. And we have in all the stadiums, all the arenas, all the venues and all the big centers, the CEOs, owners of the NFL, National Football League, NHL, National Hockey League, NBA, National Basketball Association, and MLB. We have a Workers' Appreciation Day where the multi-millionaire athletes and the multi-millionaire and multi-billionaire owners will give, and I want this to continue. I want this to be done ASAP and then to continue every year, to be a once event for the Workers' Appreciation, the workers who work or who work in warehouses, work farming, the farmers, the truckers, specifically the farmers, the truckers, the railway workers, warehouse workers, and all to get a all expenses paid trips to one of these stadiums and the venues and arenas, a weekend stay where the players offer them to give them a massage or something, a massage therapy and what have you, or other things such as that. Wouldn't that be a good thing to do? Multi-millionaire athletes, yeah, good. I love the sport, I love gridiron, but encouraging all to appreciate this, all the things that interconnect us in civilization. Though my work that I've done, whether intellectual, geopolitical, as an independent geopolitical analyst and theorist and philosopher and philosophies, and of course my golden diamond sparkling rubies, gems of the theories which I've given in oral form, in oral communication in the past days, weeks, and months. The CIT, Citizen Integration Theory, the DRT, the Debt Refusion Theory, and the Democratic Fusion Theory, the DFT, are of course, something that I hold value, and I believe their implementation is what's needed for this point in time where we are, due to the geopolitical situations, the political situation, and the economic and financial, commercial situation that affects the majority of people. And I do admit I have flaws, I have vices, I have issues, I have lust, get moody, get upset. I do have. I'm not perfect. At some things I'm mediocre, some things I'm average, at other things I'm so-so. Being so-so, average, and mediocre at some things, I'm great at other things. Geopolitical analysis with in-depth intellectual sophistication and cosmopolitan parlance, and dissecting interconnected events which had transpired in regions, in civilizations, between nation states, whether economic, commercial, or military, or conflict, or XYZ. And that analysis I am great at forecasting. As of course much of my geopolitical analysis, which we have put into practice in 2019 by paradoxically putting myself on a fitness journey, being on a fitness journey, and having created one of the world's greatest, simple, effective, and efficient training workout programs, which increases general overall fitness, which I am advocating for the mass financing thereof citizens to work out and to train and to exercise. And I'm encouraging everybody to work out, to train, exercise. It does great wonders for the mind, for the body, for the spirit. Working out, training, exercising is great for the mind, for the body, and for the soul. Great wonders for mental health. It does great wonders for mental health. That perspiration, and after those, sometimes it's hard to get into it, but after those minutes, you start perspiring, transpiring, you already feel much better. It's my medicine and therapy. Not only medicine and therapy, but it's a joy. It's a joy of the working out, training, exercising, because we invest in the body. As my philosophy is, of course, that the body is a temple for pleasure and purpose. And I am calling all here 9:25 a.m. The stock market is not open yet. The stock market is not open yet. The stock market is not open yet. I'm calling all willingly loving here so that we transition, we break impasses, and we move together. Hopefully, first and foremost, I am a North American, even though I have many past lives, many incarnations across this world, and I am hoping for world peace, and I am a world peace advocate. I have to act local here in Hawk Island, Montreal, and appreciate and do what I can do with my art, with my athletics, with my philosophizing, with my blood, sweat, and tears, and my art, and everything that I am able to do and will continue to do. And as I live every day, carpe diem. Please wash your hands with soap and water, disinfect with hygiene. Wash your hands with soap and water and disinfect with hand sanitizer when you step outside. Because when we step outside the room, office, and temple of whatever, a room, an office, a house, that is our private. This is my private room, office, and temple, and has served as a fourth dimension to that Trinity, as a gymnasium, this room, office, and temple. I've lost more than 77 pounds, created one of the best workout training programs. I'm looking for volunteers, supporters to build the website, Dancing Goddess and Dragon Kingdom website, the Global Dragon Union website, the Phoenix People's Party's website, and of course the Dragon Army, to application apps to people to work out, to try to do my workout training program, as I have posted, of course, hundreds of them, free of charge, free of on open source, and I believe it is very, very valuable, super valuable, and it's a great workout training program that requires no equipment, simple, effective, and efficient. The paradox is, of course, that have created it to go hand in hand with a World War III scenario due to my geopolitical analysis. So combining my scholarly, academic, independent research, and as an academic, as a scholar, a student scholar, a continuing student scholar, always learning something new, But back in 2019, I've sounded the alarm. I said, brothers and sisters, we are again on a path towards another international conflagration. Back in 2019, I said, look at these trends. The trends and the analysis of the events, such as the US-China trade war, the continuing Islamic State terrorism and ongoing conflicts, and even historical events such as Pearl Harbor, have led me back in 2019 October to conclude that humanity, we are again on a path towards another international conflagration. And so said World War III, in other words. And so created and designed a workout training program system that was made with such a specific scenario, such a crisis emergency event that would need a mobilization of population to secure the continuity of civilization, and to, of course, because building civilization, maintaining civilization, and even upgrading, as hopefully we move world peace and we try to attain harmony between civilization and nature, and we build more satellites, and we move towards the stars, towards the sky, towards the stars. But it requires still some brain and some muscle. It requires some brain and muscles to build, maintain, or upgrade civilization, right? To build, maintain, upgrade civilization, it requires some brain and some muscle to build, maintain, and upgrade civilization, right? As we try to make changes for the better, for the greater good, to improve, I'm not without fault. I have a plenty. I can just focus on the negative. And if my policies are, if you have a constructive criticism, an alternative course of action to say, please do feel free. Please do feel free. An alternative course of action, and what would you do, or XYZ. If it's just negative criticism, well, people also need some encouragement. Some encouragement. Do, you lost this, you're on a fitness journey, keep it up. You see the children today, brothers and sisters, if anybody listens to this today, if nobody's listening, nobody's watching, that's okay. Maybe in the future retrieval, still some elements, fundamentals are going to apply throughout the ages. Sunrises, the building of the pyramids, they're still there, they're still there, they're still there. If you see the children do a push-up today, applaud them, cheer them on, and encourage them to do another. If you see the children do a pirouette, applaud, encourage them, cheer them on to do another one. If you see the children do a squat, applaud, cheer them on, and encourage them to do another one. If you see the children do any other form of exercise, training, whatever it is, applaud, cheer them on, and encourage them to do another one. Encourage them to do some more. Or dancing, whatever it is. Cheer them on, applaud, encourage them to do some more. This is good for them. 9:30 a.m., 9:30 a.m., 9:30 a.m. Stock market's open. As the stock market opens now, I'm going to say thank you. I'm grateful, thankful that my rent is paid in the 16th of September. My rent's paid in full. I've fully paid my rent. I'm grateful, thankful. I've fulfilled my obligation, duty, and responsibility to fully pay my rent. I've also paid my electricity bill in full. Paid it in full, paid it in full, paid my electricity bill in full. So those two bills, electricity and rent, my duty, obligation, and responsibility has been fulfilled. Now if I go outside, go for a march, go for shopping, I'm gonna get that fire. I have $6 and about 60 cents, so I have enough to get myself 2 dozen eggs, to make myself eggs over the weekend. I'm gonna have an egg weekend, egg omelet, omelet weekend. 2 dozen eggs for $4.87. So that comes to about, let's do the math, 487 divided by 2, because it's 12 times. So it's 24 eggs in total. That would mean, let's do some math now as the stock market opens. They're buying, trading percentages. So the eggs are 2 dozen. It's a dozen, it's 12 per pack. So 2 packs, 12 each, 2 dozen eggs, cartons is $4.87. So that means we divided by 2. So that's, if we divide 4, that's 2, and 80, that's 4, so 4.40. And of course a 7 is 3.5, right? So half a penny. So round it up. So it's 2.44 each carton, 12. Right? Before the special were 3 for 5. So prices went up, prices now. Still going up, still going up. But I'm grateful. I got that $6 to last me for today to spend. I got on a budget $6.60 for my budget of the day. But I'm grateful I have it. If I'm gonna buy eggs, I'm gonna buy necessities with it. Because with those eggs, thank you, love you, kiss you, farmers. Thank you, love you, kiss you, also the chickens. Kiss you both the chickens, and kiss you both the farmers who got those eggs, and those truckers who transported the eggs to the supermarket. Because we live in big cities. I live in a big metropolis. It's my hometown for many years in Hawk Island, Montreal. It's 2.5 million people just on the island of Montreal. And Montreal, Hawk Island is an island, right? Surrounded by a river. We live in big cities, New York, big cities. Farms are a few kilometers away. And I have urban farm. It, right, produced some good. My experiences in urban farming was pretty good. I planted, so did all the farming, but at a micro level. So did all the farming, but at a micro level, did everything that a farmer does, but at a micro level, which is basically urban farming in an urban setting with a micro level plots of land, right? So I did it, and I harvested the fruits, and it was came out pretty good. When I put the celery and what was it, tomatoes, celery, and beans, stuff like that. Not big, but it was edible. It was edible. It was edible. So those $4.87, you get 2 dozen eggs, and two. That's 24 eggs. It's a good time for me, a good Sabbath. Egg special Sabbath. So I'm gonna be thankful, mindful of those farmers, egg farmers. Maybe they need a hug. Maybe they need a massage more than me. Massage therapy. Although I'm an independent athlete, independent artist, independent activist, AAA. Maybe they need that service. They cannot afford it. Multi-millionaires finance them some spa, some treatment, something for their recreation. Whatever it is, they can choose. Massage service therapy, because I know some will take it. Oh yeah, I never had one of those. Professionally done. It's so good. I have this once a week. I would have it. Multi-millionaire athletes, they don't even gotta pay for it. Multi-millionaire athletes, NFL players, yeah, go offer them farmers some good massage, man, massage therapy service or whatever, a good hug or something, you know. Farmers, thank you, love you, kiss you, hug you, because everybody gotta eat, right? Everybody gotta eat. Everybody gotta eat, right? That's just even the Wall Street, Mr. Fink, Mr. Fink, Mr. Fink. What'd you have for breakfast? You skip breakfast? I don't know. Assuming. Don't like to assume. Don't like to assume. Involved in a little bit of speculation, intelligent wisdom speculation, speculative analysis based on prior knowledge, and then revise. But of course, I am not perfect. I don't play the self-righteous card and know it all. I don't know don't know it all in certain areas. I'm learning every day, and I do have, of course, faults. Do have issues. Get moody, get upset. Can do better every day. Encourage all to work out, train, exercise today, and so I'm meditating on this stock market. The stock market has been open for 5 minutes. I'm calling on all who have made a million profit on the stock market yesterday, or who are gonna make a million on the profit on the stock market today. Please give 10%. Please give 10%. Please give 10%. Please let's give 10% to food security. Food security is primary, super important for me. As I've been somebody who has taken services and food security services, and of course, then it's women's sports leagues, LGBTQ youth sports, and the environment. The environment. But of course, first and foremost, for me would come the philanthropy, the charity, the security that we need. It's food security, food security. Please, we try to eliminate food waste, of course, because food, whatever it is in the form of sandwich or bagel or this, could be food or whatever it is, eggs. Happy that I'm going to be able to get 2 dozens for it. In order to get some more, write some more emails, knock on more doors for more participation, cooperation, and opportunity. And as it's 9:36 a.m. in this morning, I'm gonna drink some coffee, and I'm gonna say grateful, thank you. I'm grateful, thankful that my rent is paid in full. I fulfill my obligation, duty, and responsibility. Fully pay my rent. Also pay my electricity bill. I've been fulfilled both duties and responsibilities and obligations. Because we gotta balance some rights with some obligations, with some duties and responsibilities. There has to be some balance between the rights and duties and responsibilities. And I'm going to say a thank you, love you, kiss you, thank you, love you, kiss you, thank you, love you, kiss you to the workers of Hydro-Quebec, past, present, and future, who built 63 dams with brains and muscle, Those 63 dams across this La Belle Province give not only to the whole La Belle Province l'électricité de l'Hydro-Québec avec un naturel, ça ne pollue pas pantoute. It doesn't, that was a little bit of French. It doesn't pollute at all. It doesn't pollute. It's environmentally friendly energy that I'm using. I plugged in the smartphone, that I plugged in the laptop to do this video, to post it on YouTube. And the light above my head, the electricity above my head, is all clean, renewable, zero pollution energy. And even the coffee maker, uses clean, renewable energy. And something else, I'm doing laundry. The laundry machine has utilized clean, renewable, zero pollution energy. And also, Hydro-Quebec also gives to 5 or even 6, maybe 6 now, states in the United States. 5 I know for sure. Still trying to find that out. Anybody? Dragan Army try to find that out. Holler at Hydro Quebec, say we love you. Farmers, truckers, butchers, bakers, firefighters, grocery store clerks, nurses, doctors, butchers, grocery store clerks, warehouse workers, construction workers, infrastructure workers, sanitation workers at the city, teachers, nurses, daycare workers, doctors, bus drivers, train conductors, the railways. How important part of even in my theory. Pardon? Oh, the wash is done. I'll be there in a minute. Thanks. Are you sure there's not another spin? Thanks. I'm gonna keep it brief. That's my gonna have to go put the laundry outside, and my anonymous sister, my anonymous sister that the laundry is done. So it's 9:38 here a.m. in the morning, and I have to rock and roll. I have to write some emails, try to get things done, and I've done at least my laundry. I can set up my room for the Sabbath. I do change it for the Sabbath as the Sabbath begins tonight at midnight, and of course ends about Sunday, the Sabbath of the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Kingdom, which is my dream, my work, and I'm calling off to support the implementation of my trinity of theories, known as CIT, Citizen Integration Theory, Democratic Fusion Theory, and DRT, which basically the debt refusion theory calls for taking all private and public debt, refusing it, equivalent to what the US dollar is, because forex, forex is going to have to be a conversion between the currencies, because Canadian dollar, let's see for example how the Canadian dollar pars today. Canadian to US. Oh, lost again, so Canadian dollar has dropped. Again, it was from last week when we checked, it was one Canadian dollar was the equivalent of 77 cents US, and now it's 75 cents US. So it lost 2 cents in maybe a week exactly. Last Friday we checked, I believe, in a video. I have videos on the live stream Facebook, so you can go down on my Coffee with Dragons, philosophical, artistic, meditative, and loving videos, and loving. Please make love tonight with consent and hygiene. Please make love tonight or today with consent and hygiene. Please make love tonight. What are we fighting to save free world for? If somebody's not making love today, not gonna kiss today. Me, I haven't been kissed in 7 years. That's okay. You kiss for me. Take that time back. Canada to US. One Canadian dollar is 75 cents. So I guess sevenfold for me. Canada to US dollars. One Canadian dollar is 75 cents US. So 3/4. So it went down a bit. So it's gonna have to be the conversion. So debt refusion theory states. Debt refusion theory, DRT. Debt refusion theory, DRF. That correction. Debt, the democratic fusion theory, has an F, DFT, CIT, my trinity of theories, CIT, citizen integration theory, DRT, debt refusion theory, and democratic fusion theory, DFT. So DRT, debt refusion theory, basically I'm advocating calling for all the debt, the private and the public. My private debt is $10,000 Canadian to the RBC. So that's, if X would represent the debt of private individuals, private citizens, we'll take all the X's. X1 plus all X's across Canada, US, Mexico, Germany, Israel, and North America. North America first, of course. Keep in mind that, of course, I am advocating from here, from the collective North American civilization, since I do advocate for North America integration and the application of my trinities across the board for due to the recent. Hey, you need my help? Okay, I'll go help my sister a bit. I'm coming. Just a second. Just a second. Just a second. So debt refusion theory basically is taking all the private and the public debt. The individual, such as myself, X, represent, let's say X1, take the $10,000 debt, and all the X's combined, of course, Canada, US, Mexico, let's say, but beyond, of course, to reach beyond the circumstances. I've seen that the recent geopolitical maneuverings and geopolitical dealings, geopolitical alliances are strong for us to have a collective North American implementation of my trinity of theories, and for that matter across the NATO, and Israel. Is my project Genesis 34, which relates to the Bible. Although I'm a universal spiritual teaching student, I'm not dogmatic. I can be non-sectarian and non-philosophical, but as a symbolic representation of course, of the story when Jacob meets his brother Esau, and they weren't sure if they were going to go to war with each other, and they ended up kissing. The story goes, right, in Genesis 34, crying and kissing on each other's necks. In Genesis 44, 33, it's 33, correction, Genesis 33. Correction, Genesis 33. Genesis 33, yes. So this is my NATO Israel alliance within the context of my collective North American civilizations trinity of theories, and the implementation of my trinity of theories is, of course, project or proposal protocol Genesis 33, where it says, of course, there's the kisses there. Jacob and Esau, the twin brothers, they kissed. The twin brothers, they kissed after a long period of time that had passed. There's a story in the Bible, in Genesis. You can read Genesis in the Bible. Genesis 33, specifically Genesis 33. Genesis 33. And of course, that's what I'm advocating for. So the citizen integration theory, debt refusion theory, and democratic fusion theory, DRT. Debt refusion theory, DRT, debt refusion theory, DRT, debt refusion theory. Debt refusion theory basically states, of course, that taking all private and public debt, all the private and public debt, my private debt is $10,000. So if I'm X1 and you're X2, and there's tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions, tens of millions across North America, Euro, and Israel. Taking all the debt, I'm X1, if mine is 10,000, yours 12,000, and all the debt together, refuse it, because of course Forex is going to have to be the foreign exchange done between the Canadian dollar power to the US. One Canadian dollar is only 75 cents, so it's 75%, let's say, of the dollar. So, and vice versa, the US dollar is the equivalent of $1.33 Canadian. And for the Mexican peso, $1 equals 20.13 Mexican pesos, and vice versa. So 1 Mexican peso is the equivalent of 5 cents US, and of course one US dollar is 20.13 Mexican pesos, and Canadian dollar to peso. So 1 Canadian dollar is the equivalent of 15.14 Mexican peso. 1 Canadian dollar, the equivalent of 15.14 Mexican peso. And vice versa, 1 Mexican peso is the equivalent of 6 cents Canadian. 6 cents Canadian. And to Israeli new shekel, Canadian dollar. 1 US dollar is the equivalent of 3.44 Israeli new shekels. And vice versa, one Israeli new shekel is the equivalent of 29 cents. 29 cents US. So all the currency conversion will have to be that with all the public and the private debt, and with that number pegged or converted into the US dollar, the equivalent of all the debt, let's say of North America, NATO or Israel and whatever, converting it, whatever the number is, in US currency, and creating the UE, which I'm calling for the creation, new financial commercial institution across, integrated across and from existing central banks and existing financial institutions, create the UE, the Universal Exchange Unit, the UEU, by preferred biometrics, the voice, the eye, and the, of course, fingerprints, hands are unique biometrics, and thus create the two complementary covenant and cooperative institutions to be integrated with all existing public and private institutions and organizations in order to secure food, housing, and transport for all citizens, allies, supporters thereof, and encourage people to work out, train, exercise, and volunteer, and implement. Nobody, I'm on it in a minute. Thank you. I'm on it. Citizen integration theory, CIT, citizen integration theory, to see, for example, with the citizens and the new institutions, International Citizen Integrated Social Security and Service Force, the Dragan Army, aka, and the International Integrated Dance, to see, how, for example, how farming is done, how the electricity servicing is being done, how all things of civilization is being done, how from farming to railways to docks to operates to, so citizens have been alienated from all these things that interconnect us as a civilization, and the collective North American civilization, to see transport, to see electricity, the dams, the recycling, even how recycling, where does it go every week, where the garbage goes every week, how it's processed, and the compost and all things of, from the farming, from the food security to the highest, to satellites, telecommunications, and space exploration with NASA. So from the lowest to the highest, from the lowest to the highest, from the lowest to the highest, from the ground, that is not low in that aspect, but I meant from the not in a moral, ethical, spiritual sense, but from the ground up, basically from the ground up, from the black fertile earth to the blue sky above, to the golden sun rays of the sun, and from the farming that's planted and the foods that we eat that come from that black fertile earth and are made, created, and produced and designed, all of the conception with the dance of the goddess with her brother sun, and harvested by my brothers and sisters farmers. And so citizen integration theory, CIT, DRT, debt fusion theory, and democratic fusion theory, of course, is the basis of the complementary covenant cooperative institutions, which I'm calling the creation thereof ASAP, to be integrated with all existing public and private institutions, the International Citizen Integrated Social Security and Service Force, aka the Dragan Army, with the International Integrated Dance League, aka the Dancing Goddess Army, to be for pleasure and purpose the Dancing Goddess Army, officially the International Integrated Dance League, because to be an all gender, all ages, all sexual orientations, inclusive dance league. We can have with professional dancers and what have you, but of course inclusive dance league, dancing for pleasure and purpose, to dance for pleasure in any way, capacity, or shape, form, and of course for environmental education and action, on the individual and on the collective, of course, because as individuals we can always do better. Don't say that I have it perfect, that I do perfect recycling or perfect compost. I try, and if I learn something new, I try to apply it to the best of the abilities, and I'm grateful, thankful that I'm doing this videos by utilizing clean, renewable, zero pollution energy. I'm utilizing zero pollution energy. I'm utilizing zero clean, efficient energy that I'm utilizing to do this video. So I'm gonna have to speed it up, wrap it up, and I'm gonna do a little bit of song because I have the laundry machine is done, and I gotta go put it in the sun, dry it naturally, put it in the sun, dry it naturally, put it in the sun, dry it naturally. This has been a vigil, and please, if you make $1 million on stock market profit today, give 10% for food security, women's sports leagues, LGBTQ youth issues, and not only that, but give some for the environment as well. If you make 10%, 10% of $1 million is 100,000, 10% of $1 million is 100,000, 10% of $1 million is 100,000. Thank you, love you, kiss you, farmers. This morning, farmers are across the collective North American civilization. I'm going to try to send them some love, some energy, some blessing. Thank you, love you, kiss you, farmers, butchers, and of course farmers, dairy farmers, those who harvest the eggs from the chickens, the dairy, the cattle, the pig farmers, the butchers and the bakers who raise the pigs and the beef, and all the farmers, all the beets, I don't like beats. I don't like beats. I don't like beats. Give me a rap beat so I can rap for the farmers and the butchers and the truckers and the truckers and the grocery store clerks and the workers, man. Give me a beat. Give me a beat for the workers, for the rock and roll and rap for the workers. With a main out, thank you, love you, kiss you. Cause without food I couldn't rock and roll. Without food can I rock and roll? Without food can I rock and roll? Without food, no, no, no. Thank you, love you, kiss you, farmers, butchers, bakers, grocery store clerks, warehouse workers, dock workers, city workers, sanitation workers of the city, east, west, north, south, from this Canada coast to coast, Hawk Island, Montreal, all the way, of course, to USA, Mexico, and of course, in my collective North American civilization, I do include the paradox. Cuba is a paradox, the paradoxical inclusion of Cuba. I'm not going to go into that. That requires more time for me to explain, as I have in the past lectures. You can see them visualizing on the lectures of my geopolitical social analysis, geopolitical analysis, and theorizing lectures in the past with Coffee with Dragan, and called the collective North American civilization, the collective North American civilization, the collective North American civilization of which I am part of, and I call him, of course, first and foremost for the security, prosperity, assurance of liberty, and implementation of my trinity of theories. First and foremost, here in North America, in the collective North American civilization, for the common interest of the collective North Americans, because we are Norteamericanos, somos Norteamericanos, no? Somos Norteamericanos, mi hermanos y hermanas de Norte-América. On est des Nord-Américains de l'Amérique, on fait partie d'un collectif de civilisation nord-américaine, mes frères et sœurs du Québec, de la belle province. On est des Nord-Américains quand même. We are North Americans, so 9:55, please, if you make a million on the stock market today, go. I'm gonna go run, do some work, and I'm gonna knock on some doors, and I'm gonna go put my laundry. The laundry's done. It's something for the day. Please encourage you to work out, train, exercise, channel the aggression, channel the aggression, channel the aggression. And yours truly, grateful, thankful, my rent's paid, electricity bill is paid, farmers love you. Imagine all the farmers now, and the butchers, and those making coffee across so many restaurants, so many fast food streets, for the truckers. Thank you, love you, kiss you, truckers, man. You rock, rock, rock. Thank you, love you, kiss you, farmers. You rock, rock, rock. Thank you, love you, kiss you, butchers. You rock, rock, rock. Thank you, love you, kiss you, bakers. You rock, rock, rock. Thank you, love you, kiss you, daycare workers. You rock, rock, rock. Thank you, love you, kiss you, nurses. You rock, rock, rock. Thank you, love you, cleaning workers. You rock, rock, rock. Thank you, love you, kiss you, farmers. You rock, rock, rock. Thank you, love you, kiss you, warehouse workers. You rock, rock, rock. Thank you, love you, kiss you, bakers. You rock, rock, rock. Thank you, love you, kiss you, doctors. You rock, rock, rock. Thank you, love you, kiss you, daycare workers. You rock, rock, rock. Thank you, love you, kiss you, pilots. You rock, rock, rock. Thank you, love you, kiss you, railway workers. You rock, rock, rock. Choo choo that train, choo 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 that train. And the machinist, because there's not only the train conductors, the machinist, with tools and getting dirty. Thank you, love you, kiss you, hug you, man. Or the trains, all the collective North American civilization. Thank you, love you, kiss you, firefighters. Thank you, love you, kiss you, firefighters. Thank you, love you, kiss you, firefighters. Thank you, love you, kiss you, all involved in the production and distribution of food. Thank you, love you, kiss you, electricians. Thank you, love you, kiss you, workers of Hydro Quebec. You rock, rock, rock. Without water, 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 you rock, rock, rock. Thank you, love you, kiss you, workers of all general workers of the collective North American civilization, warehouse workers, dock workers, you rock, 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 bus drivers, you rock, 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 and people from A to Z, subway, metro, so you call it metro, and the subway stations underground, conductors, thank you, love you, kiss you, those driving those subways across the big cities, metropolises. Thank you, all general workers of the collective North American civilization. A good thank you, love you, kiss you, hug you. Thank you, love you, kiss you, hug you. Thank you, love you, kiss you, hug you. And it is 9:57. Almost half an hour on the stock market open. Please give 10% if you make a million on the stock market today. Buy, sell, trade. And in the news, yours truly. See what's in the news quickly. A third of Canadians worry about covering daily living expenses. A third, Financial Post says, a third of Canadians, like myself, have been there still. Maybe I'll get a first commission, first donation. I'm gonna write some business, open for some doors. See if they want to rock, 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 without a guitar, rap, rap, rap. Push-ups. Tell them to do some push-ups. Channel that aggression, channel that aggression, channel that aggression. Harm none. Try to do better, be less selfish. But of course, economic, financial, commercial is gotta be more secure. We can do better. I can do better. New paper by Google asks who signed to claim AI will soon destroy mankind. What? Sun, the sun, not the sun though. Canada, a perfect storm is about to change your September. Veteran rail worker reacts to tentative deal. Veteran railway worker reacts to tentative deal. I'm offering all workers who worked in railroads more than 10 years across the collective North American civilization, and the farmers also with it, and the truckers. So if you want more than 10 years, I credit you kisses, a million kisses. It's like to offer more than blah blah. Claim if ever in Hawk Island, and a good hug if you want a hug, or a little bit of massage. For every year, 10 minutes. For every year, 10 minutes you get. If you worked in railway, if you worked in railway work for every year, 10 years. If you work 30 for every those years, for every year you worked in railways as a farmer, as a trucker, those farmer, trucker, railway workers here. 9:59 a.m. I credit if ever you come in Hawk Island, Montreal, in the mountain. I have some proof because everybody can make all sorts of outrageous claims, right? So outrageous claims. I'm the Pope. So what? I don't know the Pope. I care about the workers. The Pope ain't feed me no burgers, no cheese, no. What about the Pope, man? He can give me no massage. So offering those free love services to the farmers and the railway workers and the truckers, man. Free for every year you worked in trucking, farming, or railway. Offer you a 10-minute for every year. So if you work 10 years, that's 100 minutes. Claim if you're in Hawk Island, Montreal. Dragan, you're out.